Yes, Gemini energy is flirty. It is chaotic, but also, what if it's exactly the kind of energy that gives us the permission slip that we all have been needing? It's the permission slip to ask better questions, say that crazy thing, and to make different choices, and to let your curiosity lead for once. Hey Element Gang, welcome to Gemini season, the final stretch of spring, and maybe the most playful energy we get all year. Gemini reminds us you're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to explore without committing. You're allowed to be curious without having all the answers. This energy is about options, movement, perspective. It is an air sign. So where you're going, who you're going with, fun times are ahead. Gemini energy is quick, it's clever, it's communicative, and yes, a little flirty. So if your brain's been swirling with ideas lately, that is not on accident. That is the universe lighting up our airwaves. Speaking of curiosity, I'm hosting a free webinar on May 28th called The Sun and Your Purpose. It's for anyone who wants to understand what their sun sign actually says about how they're meant to shine. I've been really pouring a lot into it, so I would love for you to come. You can register with the link in the description. It's free and it's going to be a lot of fun. I have been working on my slides and having such a good time putting it together, so I do hope you can come and bask in the light of the sun with me. Now let's get into the horoscopes. These are for your rising first and then your sun. I'll be touching on some key dates and shifts of Gemini season so you know exactly what's coming up for you. Hello Aries, this month is about your mind, your message, and your voice. You're more active than usual in conversation, in your thoughts, in how you're moving. It seems you have something to say. Just give it time to form. You don't need to land on the answer right away. Gemini season teaches you to explore your ideas before you try to explain them. This is also the start of a much bigger cycle. Saturn has moved into your sign, or is moving into your sign, depending on when you're watching this video. A long haul transformation is beginning for you, Aries. Not about becoming someone new, but becoming more of who you already are. But more on that Saturn transit in a bit. Let's talk about the new and full moon of Gemini season. So the Gemini new moon is happening on May 26th. This brings a focus on how you communicate, how you learn, and you process your thoughts. Because Aries, you deserve to be understood without over-explaining. Your voice matters, even before it's polished. And with the Sagittarius full moon on June 11th, a belief or expectation may be coming to a close. Release what no longer reflects who you are now. Let go with the reminder that you don't have to keep chasing what no longer inspires you. You're allowed to outgrow old versions of the dream. Now back to Saturn's preview in Aries, which starts on May 24th before Big Mama, I call it Big Mama, before Big Mama Saturn moves back into Pisces on September 1st. Saturn is going through a whole new 30-year cycle starting with Aries. A new cycle of responsibility, maturity, and leadership. This is the time to commit to yourself, not through pressure, but through presence, through your authority. And on June 9th, Jupiter is moving into Cancer. Your foundation matters. You grow most when you feel safe, emotionally, physically, relationally. Nurture the spaces and relationships that support your inner life. Aries, you don't have to prove anything to be powerful, to be in your authority. Your words carry a lot of weight. Let them be honest. You don't need to move fast to be powerful. You just need to be real, and the right people will catch up. Leo, this month highlights your vision, your future, and your people. Gemini season brings movement through your networks, your dreams, aspirations, your goals. Your mind might feel a little bit scattered right now, and that's okay, because not all progress looks linear, right? Sometimes your path is made by the conversations you have along the way. You're stepping into more visibility, but on your own terms. And that starts by surrounding yourself with people who actually see you. For the new moon in Gemini on May 26th, plant seeds for friendships, collaborations, and long-term dreams. Because you deserve to be in rooms where your light isn't too bright. Let your future be built on real alignment. And with the full moon in Sagittarius on June 11th, something about how you express yourself creatively, romantically, or playfully is being clarified. Let go with the reminder that you don't need approval to be authentic. Joy that requires performance is not joy. And when Big Mama Saturn enters a chat on May 24th, you're going to be learning how to own your beliefs and embody your integrity. This is about walking and living your truth, not just talking about it. On June 9th, Jupiter moves into Cancer. Your inner world is expanding. Don't underestimate the power of solitude, healing, and quiet reflection. Big growth is happening for you, even if no one else sees it. Gemini season is asking you to protect your passions. It's okay to retreat for a while, to think things over, because your future doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to be all yours. Sagittarius, this is a relationship season for you. Gemini lights up the part of your chart that deals with one-on-one relationships, any one-on-one relationship, romantic or otherwise. And this season, these relationships are showing you a new version of yourself. Are your connections reflecting your growth or pulling you back into old patterns? With the Gemini new moon on May 26th, a fresh start in relationships could be quite possible for you here. Romantic, platonic, creative, you name it, very possible. Fresh start meaning maybe it's a new relationship, or you're starting new with somebody from the past, or you are deepening a connection with somebody and it feels new again. You deserve partners, you deserve relationships that match your beautiful energy. And you can receive love without shape-shifting to earn it. With the full moon in Sagittarius on June 11th, this one's personal. You're letting go of a version of yourself that once served you but no longer does. Let go with the reminder that you don't have to hold onto an old identity just because it used to fit. And Big Mama Saturn on May 24th makes her way into Aries for a quick preview before she retrogrades back into Pisces on September 1st officially. But for now, this preview is about discipline. Discipline for you in the realm of creativity. You're being called to take your talents seriously, to treat your joy like it matters. Your passion projects, whatever it is that lights you up, take those things seriously. On June 9th, your ruling planet, Jupiter, moves into Cancer. This is deeper intimacy. It's going to bring up shared resources, emotional transparency with others, learning how to trust again could come up. Okay? This is a season to let yourself be supported. Open up. Expansion in the 8th house is kind of a big deal. This Gemini season for you, Sagittarius, is all about sharing this new version of yourself with others. Let love in and let love guide you. Partnership should feel like expansion, not wear and tear. Okay, earth signs. Taurus, Taurus sun, Taurus rising. Gemini season puts your values under a magnifying glass. Not just your financial values, but the ones that support your sense of self. This is a month for asking, is this aligned with what I truly care about? Your self-worth is being rewritten. You are allowed to change your rates, your patterns, your mind, whatever it is that you feel doesn't fit you or is worth it anymore. With the Gemini new moon on May 26th, focus on building security that feels aligned. Because you're allowed to ask for more. Let your values lead your earning. And with the Sagittarius full moon on June 11th, let go of energetic ties or money entanglements that don't honor your boundaries. Protecting your peace is an act of self-respect. You don't need to prove your worth by overgiving. On May 24th, Big Mama Saturn, she's moving into Aries for a quick preview from May 24th all the way through September 1st when she retrogrades in the sign of Pisces. Your healing timeline is not a performance, okay? This is a lot of 12th house activation for you, okay? This is very serious. Saturn sobers up our 12th house area. So this is about profound honesty with the self. This is deep integration. You're releasing the need to be on all the time. There's power in your privacy. On June 9th, Jupiter moves into Cancer. Your words matter, Taurus, not because they're perfect, but because you're honest. Expect big growth in learning, writing, and heartfelt conversations. This Gemini season for you, Taurus, is a reminder that not everything valuable has a price tag. Let your self-worth shape your world, not the other way around. Virgo, Gemini season puts you in the spotlight. It's about purpose, reputation, and how you're seen. This is your chance to clarify what you stand for before the world tries to define that for you. The Gemini new moon is on May 26th. Here, you should set some intentions around visibility and impact. Being seen doesn't require being perfect. You're allowed to lead with your truth. And with the Sagittarius new moon on June 11th, let go of old stories about home, family, or your foundation that no longer resonates or feels true for you. You can create safety without recreating the past. Home is something you get to define now. On May 24th, Saturn will be giving you a preview in Aries. You're building emotional maturity. Shared resources, long-term commitments, and intimacy are your new classroom. On June 9th, Jupiter enters Cancer. Your community is expanding. Collaborate, network, let people in. This is a season for teamwork and vision. Virgo, this Gemini season, you don't need all the answers in order to lead. You just need to be so for real with yourself and everyone else. Capricorn, your day-to-day is up for review. Gemini season is asking, are your habits helping or hindering your growth? You're refining your workflow, your health practices, and how you show up for your responsibilities. This month is a month to cut out what drains you and double down on what supports you. With the Gemini new moon on May 26th, set intentions for health, clarity, and better boundaries. You don't have to be useful to be valuable, and remember that sustainability is success. And with the full moon in Sagittarius on June 11th, something internal is getting ready to shift. Let go of the subconscious patterns that keep you stuck. You don't have to be the strong one all the time. You're safe to feel your feelings now. On May 24th, Big Mama Saturn, she's moving into the sign of Aries. This is the preview where you're learning to create inner stability, emotional regulation. Family boundaries and grounding are part of your new path forward. On June 9th, Jupiter enters Cancer and your relationships expand. Love shows up in new and surprising ways. Please, Capricorn, let it in. Let me love you. Let people love you. This is a season of connection, not isolation. Capricorn, this Gemini season, listen to your body. Build a life that honors your actual energy. Gemini sun, Gemini rising, it's your season. It's your solar return. This is a personal reset. You're reintroducing yourself to the world and maybe even to yourself. If your identity feels like it's shifting, that's not a crisis. It's called evolution. You are transforming. You are a brand new person. Set intentions with the Gemini new moon on May 26th about how you want to move forward, because you are allowed to outgrow the version of yourself others are attached to. Lead with honesty. And with the Sagittarius full moon on June 11th, release relationships or patterns that no longer mirror all of your growth. You deserve better. You deserve reciprocity, not just recognition. True connection doesn't require you to shrink. On May 24th, Big Mama Saturn, she is making her way into Aries for a quick preview before she retrogrades September 1st back into Pisces. Is a big one for you about long-term commitment to your dreams, to your vision, to your future. Saturn is helping you build something lasting, not just exciting. Jupiter enters Cancer on June 9th. Your self-worth and earning potential expand when you align with your values. Affirm your worth. Affirm your value, especially on how you price, charge, and invest. Gemini, you're not becoming someone else. You're becoming more you. Let people adjust. Libra Sun, Libra Rising, this season broadens your outlook on life. This is a season of travel, perspective, learning, and releasing the beliefs that no longer fit. With the Gemini new moon on May 26th, set intentions around growth, mentorship, teaching, travel, mental expansion. You're allowed to change your mind. What's true for you now is what matters. And for the full moon in Sagittarius on June 11th, this is a shift in how you communicate. Let go of habits that keep your voice small. Stop softening your words for the sake of peace. Say the thing. Connection comes from clarity, not control. On May 24th, Saturn moves into Aries, and this is about commitment to a new curriculum now. Big Mama Saturn is here and she is asking, how do you show up in relationships? And how do you actually want to show up in relationships? She's here to help you do the work around that. The Saturn transit is from May 24th through September 1st. She officially retrogrades all the way back into Pisces. So this is just a preview of what's to come when she really moves in here to do the big work. On June 9th, Jupiter moves into Cancer. Your career is experiencing a glow up right now. It's time for you to trust your leadership, especially if it's unconventional. Libra, you are so beyond capable. Overall, Gemini season for you is asking you to be honest about what you want. The truth won't scare the right people away. Let your voice be a bridge, not a barrier. Aquarius, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, hello. Gemini season is your time to reconnect to your joy, your art, your playfulness, your creativity. What lights you up that you haven't made time for? Do more of that. With the Gemini new moon on May 26th, set intentions for creativity, romance, and fun. Pleasure is a priority, not a reward. Your joy is productive. With the Sagittarius full moon on June 11th, let go of friendships and communities that no longer reflect who you're becoming. You're allowed to outgrow your circle. Your future needs people who support your expansion. On May 24th, when Saturn moves into Aries for her preview, before she retrogrades back into Pisces on September 1st, your mindset is maturing. Think of this as a whole brain renovation. Structure your thoughts so they support your peace. On June 9th, Jupiter moves into Cancer. Your routines are evolving. Create a system that reflects your actual life. Aquarius, this Gemini season, remember, play isn't a distraction. It's where your brilliance and creativity shine brightest. It's proof that your spirit, your soul is alive and leading. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer sun, Cancer rising. You're entering a more internal, intuitive cycle right now. Gemini season is your invitation to rest, reset, and reconnect with what you've been ignoring, especially when it comes to your own needs. With the new moon in Gemini on May 28th, set intentions for solitude, healing, and inner clarity. You don't need to burn out to take a break. Let yourself receive what you've been giving away. On June 11th, with the Sagittarius full moon, a shift in your work or health might come up. Remember, you are not a machine. Your body is asking for care, not correction. On May 24th, Big Mama Saturn is moving into Aries. You're being called to step into a new form of leadership. One that doesn't come from proving, but from presence. On June 9th, your glow up begins because Jupiter moves into Cancer. This is more softness, more self-trust, more abundance, more confidence rooted in care. Cancer, you don't have to do it all to be worthy. Let your peace set the pace this Gemini season. Scorpio, sun and rising. Gemini season brings deep emotional insight. I mean, when is it not deep with you guys? But this is your 8th house. The theme for you this Gemini season is energetic intimacy. Who has access to your inner world and who actually deserves it? With the Gemini new moon on May 26th, set intentions for deeper honesty and energetic reciprocity. You're allowed to want more than surface level. Protecting your peace is an act of self-respect. And remember, you don't have to explain your boundaries, they just are. On June 11th, with the Sagittarius full moon, release self-worth stories that are rooted in scarcity or shame. Your value isn't measured by your output. Money is a tool, not your identity. On May 24th, Saturn, she makes her way into Aries, and this initiates you for the preview until September 1st when she retrogrades back into Pisces, where you're building a new relationship with responsibility. Don't take on more, take on what's yours. And on June 9th, Jupiter brings big spiritual growth to you in the sign of Cancer. Travel, education, or belief shifting experiences can open your mind and your heart. Scorpio, there's power in vulnerability. This Gemini season, trust yourself to go even deeper. Speak your truth and let it set you free. Pisces, Pisces sun, Pisces rising. This season focuses on your inner foundation, your home, your family, and your emotional ecosystem. What do you need to feel safe and supported? With the new moon in Gemini on May 26th, set intentions around peace, stability, and connection. It's okay to crave comfort. You get to define what home feels like. And with the full moon in Sagittarius on June 11th, release outdated ambitions or public expectations that no longer reflect who you've become. You don't owe anyone a version of success that hinders or takes away from your peace. You're allowed to pivot. On May 24th, when Saturn makes her debut in Aries for that brief window until September 1st, where she is retrograding back into Pisces, you're being asked during this Saturn in Aries preview to build tangible, sustainable self-worth. Set financial and energetic boundaries that support your future. When Jupiter goes into Cancer on June 9th, joy is calling. Say yes to love, to art, to playfulness, and everything that fills your cup without needing a reason. Pisces, what if your purpose was peace? Choose peace this Gemini season and watch everything shift. Gemini season is not about having it all figured out. It's about being in conversation with your life, your people, your perspective, and your heart. It's about asking better questions, choosing thoughts that support your growth, and allowing your curiosity to guide you somewhere new. Don't forget to register for my free webinar on the sun and your purpose, happening May 28th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I do hope you can join. You can also visit thisiseachelement.com to explore your dominant element, book a reading, or check out my element care packages. Big love, element gang. See you in the next one.